First of all, on the test, I will have this covered up. Okay, so do not count on being able to use that. This is a cross-section of the spinal cord. This is going to be the posterior or dorsal surface. I know that because my posterior or dorsal root ganglion, which makes this the anterior or ventral surface. So where they unite, that is my spinal nerve. I have my dorsal or posterior root, dorsal or posterior root ganglion. This is my ventral root. White matter, okay, surrounds the gray matter. Then the gray matter, I have my anterior horns, I have my lateral horns, and I have the anterior horn. So the sensory neuron cell body will be in the posterior or dorsal root ganglion. Assuming there's an interneuron, the sensory neuron will end at the anterior horn, and the interneuron cell body will be in the, I'm sorry, not anterior horn, dorsal or posterior horn. The interneuron will drop off at the anterior or lateral horn. If it's a somatic motor, I mean it's going to voluntary tissue, skeletal muscle, the neuron cell body will be in the anterior horn. If it's a autonomic neuron going to involuntary tissue, then the neuron cell body of the motor neuron will be in the lateral horn. And the axon of both will exit through the ventral root. So spinal nerves contain sensory fibers as well as motor. So all spinal nerves are mixed. In the very center, this actually shows it better, very center of the gray matter, you have a small hole called the central canal. That is where we have cerebral spinal fluid located. Also in this, you can see on the anterior surface, we have a very deep groove. This is the anterior median fissure. Posterior surface is not as deep, so we call it the posterior median sulcus.